What's happening, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. It's your boy Hoodie from the Hood, aka your friend from that big old end. And I got something a little different for y'all today. I kind of wanted to switch it up and show y'all a little bit more about where I come from. And this is meaningful and played an intricate part and a very important part in me coming up in my area, and that is this alley right here, man. This alley located right behind 49th Street, man. We did a whole lot in this alley right here. If you was around back then, you know for sure. Especially around 2005, 2006, 2007, 8, etc., stuff like that. Man, it look a little cleaner, even though you still got, you know, bullshit right here. But imagine this alley back then. Used to be a whole lot of furniture in this alley, like couches and mattresses and stoves and dressers and washers and dryers, you name it, all in this alley, homie. And we used to just be hanging right here. We'd go sit on one of them old ass dirty couches that somebody threw out, smoke, drink. A homie would pull up with a car, bumping music, niggas going back and forth to the liquor store, just hanging in this alley right here. They do a good job at covering up the graffiti nowadays, but back then, like all this wall, all these walls would be hit up, whether it be my hood, whether it be the local Hispanic gang, Market Street, whether it be the Asian gang, OKB, whether it be them crossing each other out because they don't get along, whether it be their enemies coming through, some of the taggers, the local taggers. All these walls would be filled with graffiti, homie. Alley full of old furniture that people dumped in here. That's Gompers down there at the end. That's our local neighborhood school right here. A lot of homies attended, as well as a lot of enemies. But like I said, man, you already see his cars parked. So imagine more cars being parked in this alley and just a bunch of trash and graffiti. Like, that's how it looked. We hung in this motherfucker every day faithfully. The other alleys, the next two, going towards 47th, was the same, but not quite like this one. We congregated in this one a lot more. Yeah, man, a lot of stuff went down, you know. Fades, shit, running from the police smashing up in this motherfucker. Just a lot. If y'all seen the interview I did on Street TV when I was explaining when I got shot, that's the street right here. That's 49th right there. This is the alley behind it. Also, one time we was on the street. We was on 49th Street, and a lot of these fences used to be like this. They used to be like this, as opposed to stuff like this. And I remember we had some people who lived right here too. We used to just, you know, be hanging right here. You know, and sometimes if you see the one time, you could just slide in the gate. But one time, like I said, it was a lot of fences like this, and we was on the street, and this had to be like 12 o'clock at night, 1 o'clock in the morning. This was a couple months before I got shot. And I believe that the people rolled by, because I remember looking at the car just like when I got shot. I remember looking at the car, and you could tell with some niggas inside of it. And they turned in the alley, because it's a T alley right here. You know, if you go that way, it'll lead you to the other street. This way, it'll lead you back on 49th. And a couple seconds later, they start busting. But it sounded like they was busting from the backyard. Like, you could see the street back then, because like I said, because how these fences are, some of these fences obviously are still like that. But that's just one of the little situations. I also recall being out here, standing on the street around 3, 4 o'clock with the homies smoking and drinking. We about 20 deep, just posted. And I recall 2 cars flying down 49th Street. And the first car had some dudes from Market Street. The second car had some Asians from OKB. Like I said, they're both within this community with us, but they don't get along. And the car full of Asians was getting cracking on the car full of essays. Nobody got hit, but it was just, we just out there smoking and drinking, bumping music, and they come flying down the street getting cracking. That was the type of shit that happened every day around that time, man. A lot of stuff still go on, but obviously not as much as it used to, because you don't have as many people just hanging out all day. People is a lot more smarter. People trying to be incognito. Just imagine we hanging out 10, 15, 20 deep in this alley every day. And that's just this alley. That's not including other spots in the hood. Like, that's just what we did right here every day. Times was wild back then, you know. Like I said, they do a good job, the city, as far as cleaning up these alleys when people dump trash, and also cleaning up the graffiti. I'm quite sure it'll still be some up, you know. It could have just been some up. I don't too much come through this alley that much no more. But as of right now, you don't really see none, at least not in this alley. Probably some in the other ones. But yeah, man, everybody who came through the hood back then, you ended up in this alley. Even females, homie. Niggas used to bring females in this alley, man, and they used to be tripping out like, man, where the fuck y'all take me? Like, you know, females who never really been on this part of town, they'll pull up, they like one of the homies or something, and they end up in this alley with us. Straight burnt out shit, but that's how it was back then. But anyways, this your boy Hoodie from the Hood, aka your friend from that big old end. I just want to show y'all a little something different, homie. I'm gonna start doing this more often, showing y'all little things where stuff happened, similar to what I did on Street TV with Alex Alonso. And I'm gonna bring a few more homies on here too, so they could tell some of the stories that they've been through around this motherfucker, because, you know, this channel ain't just about me. It's a representation of the community. See, like I said, that's another alley going straight right there. It looked like they just painted over some graffiti down there. But yeah, man, this is the 9 alley, man. If you from 40s, you know damn well what I'm talking about. You know about this alley. But let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. Like, subscribe, put yourself on to the Hoodlum gang, and leave me a comment. I'm out.